All right. So, Nintendo's just had their Nindies event, and I have to say, I wasn't expecting much. I don't really play many Nindy games, um, only because there's just so much of it that pops up on the eShop that it's overwhelming. So I don't really look into the games as much unless I see something randomly that I like. So I wasn't really expecting anything. I don't really pay attention to them very often when they pop on. I watch it, but I'm just like, okay, yeah, nothing really gonna set me out of my way to go find a game. But this one, I saw a couple things that I really liked, and some things that I was like, all right, I'm in. Let's do this. So right off the bat, they opened up, and it was like, wow, so that's what you're opening up with. And I was like, okay, it has to be downhill from here. But it wasn't pretty bad. The first thing they opened up with, Cuphead. It's like, finally, I've been waiting to play that game. First time I saw it from the Microsoft, I was like, ooh, that looks good. Now, I had an Xbox. Well, I still have an Xbox. But for some reason, I was like, I really want to play it for the Switch. I hope it makes its way to the Switch. I mean, it's probably never going to happen. And it did. Microsoft, okay, they're getting really, really friendly with Nintendo, I guess, and everybody else. So, Cuphead, Nintendo Switch. Alright, definite first day buy for me. Can't wait. I was really excited. And I was sitting there and I'm like, okay, so what else could they be announcing if that's what they had? Overall, to me, there wasn't much more excitement, but there was a lot of good stuff that even I like, someone that really doesn't get into the indie scene very often with the games, which I should because they're priced really well. But yeah, so Cuphead looks great. Can't wait to get it. So let's move on to the next thing. Actually, first, let's talk about Microsoft. So what else can Microsoft bring over to Nintendo? Like, I feel like they don't really care about what they have exclusive rights to because they're bringing stuff over. I don't know if they don't care about the smaller things and maybe AAA titles they'll keep on their system, but I feel confused what's going to happen with their next gen console. Are they going to bring more things to Nintendo, even though they have another gen console? I don't know what else they could bring over, but it's a weird time. So yeah, let's look forward to more Microsoft stuff coming to Nintendo, because that'd be really cool. Okay, so next up, Overland. Now, I never heard of this game before. Like I said, don't pay attention to indie games very often, but I kind of like the concept. You know, traveling across the country, post-apocalyptic world. I like the art style, the design, the overhead view. Overall, I really liked the way it looked, and I was like, you know what? Let's circle this game. That seemed intriguing. I want to keep track of this. Usually when I watch these directs, I'll write down the games that I catch on to. I'm like, all right, yeah, I don't want to forget you. And I write it down, and I put it up on the wall, and it's like, all right, if it goes on sale, when it prices up, I'll pick it up. So that's one of the game I wrote down. Now, the only thing I dislike about the game from the trailer was that it's generated levels. I don't like generated levels most of the time, just because I feel like there's an art style to hand designing the levels, so that way they work out really well. I don't really trust generated because it's like, it's not tested to work in a perfect way, or just, I don't know. It might just be a thinking thing, but I just like to know that someone made the level, tested the level, and knows how it's going to flow with the game and flows right. So that's the only downside to that, but Overland, I liked it. I'm looking forward to it. Alright, so the next one that popped up that really got me was NeoCab. Now, I like my story-driven games, so a game like this at first was like, you're a taxi driver, kind of? Okay. But if the story's good, the game could be really fun, even if it's basic. Like, I loved Heavy Rain. Simple gameplay, but the story was awesome. So if this is something where it's a great story with an interesting gameplay, then it's going to be awesome. But there's a fine line there that could be, alright, yeah, I'm not interested. I'm hoping. I like the cool, little sci-fi world that they have set up. it seems interesting, and I hope that maybe they have a demo for it so you can at least try out the first couple minutes to see if you're going to catch on. But it is an indie, so it's probably not going to be priced too high where it won't be disappointing like something like Heavy Rain you get into and you're like, oh no, this was way too much money. But NeoCab, looking forward to it. Okay, so this one also intrigued me based off the story. So you're a dog sledder out in the wilderness trying to survive and hunt. Yeah, there's not much to go off of there, but it looked kind of intriguing to me. It looked nice. I kind of want to find out how you play the game, what's going to happen. So I think it got me hooked to where I want to check it out. There's really not much else to go on based off just the trailer. It looks nice, but I hope it lives up to that. It is an indie game, so my hopes aren't like, oh, it has to be like this huge, storyline, but it does look nice. Alright, so this next one was one of the other ones that I'd put higher on my list of games I'm definitely going to get. Like, so of all the games I talk about today, there's probably 3 that really want to get. And everything else is like, if I have the money and free time, those are on my list. So, Katana Zero. That looked awesome. I like the idea of fighting through the levels, kind of like you got to get them before they get you. And if you die, everything sets up just the same way and you have to work your way through it. I think that's intriguing. And I like the fast-pacedness, the quick reactions to try and not getting shot before you slice them with your sword. It looks good. The art style, the old 8-bit, 16-bit style in the New World games. Love it. So, definitely higher on my list. Up underneath Cuphead. It's not above Cuphead, but it's underneath Cuphead. So yeah, looking forward to that. Next up, Creatures in the Well. This one looked interesting in the way that I'm not really sure how to take the game, so I want to check it out. Like, I don't know if I'd like it, but it does look intriguing, where it's kind of like your fight style is pinball-ish. You hit things, and they bounce around the level like a pinball machine, and you have to keep throwing those things around with your weapons to try to like knock things off. I don't think I like it, but I want to know because it's so unique. So I guess they hooked me with the trailer, and that's their job. So I want to check it out. It looks unique, and sometimes the unique games are the funnest. So all right, there's to Creatures in the Well. All right, so another game that I want to play. I don't even really... All I need to know that the game is being made. Blaster Master Zero 2. Yeah, I like the first one. It was fun. So, I don't see why I wouldn't like the second one. And for the price that it's coming out for, $9.99, that's a gimme right there. So, that's not even on the list of things I want to get. I'm going to buy it for that price. So, yeah, Blaster Master Zero. That looks awesome. Can't wait for it. And let's move on to the next game. Alright, so this next one isn't something I want to get or even interested in. And I don't know if that had to do with the trailer. That's the only reason I'm bringing it up. I don't want to bring it up as a negative game. I just want to bring it up as Pine. To me, the trailer wasn't very good for me. Like, it didn't really sell me on anything. It didn't sell me bizarre in a good way or unique in a good way. It just seemed like the first opening trailer where the creature's walking around, I was just like, yeah, this seems kind of boring. And then they showed you some gameplay, and it's like, it still didn't sell it to me. So, I don't know what to say about the game. I was just like, yeah, I don't think I care about it. The only reason I bring it up, because if any of you guys played it or can direct me towards why it might be a good game, let me know in the comments so I can look more into it. But at this point, I saw the trailer, I'm just like, it was the only one that I saw that I was like, okay, yeah. Next. Hopefully that's not the case, and maybe a new trailer makes up for it, but I was kind of like, that wasn't really a good trailer for me. So, hopefully that's not the case, and, they do something. Show the game differently, maybe. That was unfortunate. I was like, oh, everything else was looking so good, and then this game kind of was a little weird. Could just be me, so it might just not be my type of game, and that's okay, because not every game's for everybody, so, yeah. But, Nintendo finished it off in something I wasn't even expecting. I have no idea how the game's going to be. But, yeah. So, Candace of Hyrule, Crypt of the Necrodancer. That is one long title. And when it popped up, I was like, I think I heard the first game. I think I've seen something about it. And then the music started playing. And all of a sudden I'm like, I think they're ripping off Legend of Zelda music here. That's not cool. Then all of a sudden, she's like, I got some friends coming along with me. I'm like, okay. Then you see Link. And then you see Princess Zelda. And then you're like, is Nintendo doing another crossover game with another company? It's like, Nintendo, I'm loving all this like collaboration you're doing with other companies. And then I'm like, alright, I wasn't even going to get this game. But now that I see you have these two heroes in it, and you can fight with Princess Zelda and as Link, I was like, okay, you got me. I'm going to pick it up and going to love it either way. So, yeah. So, Candace of Hyrule looked awesome. I was like, alright, Nintendo, that's a good way to end your stream. And I hope it's good. I don't know if the first game was good, but I mean, they're making a sequel, and I feel like for an indie studio, your game has to sell well or be well received for you to want to make a sequel. And to want to make a sequel, and Nintendo's like, hey, you know our beloved series, Legend of Zelda? Yeah, let's work together on it. So, yeah, to me, that must be a good game to get. So, definitely, that's one of my top games. I mean, that might even be above Cuphead at this point. So, yeah. Overall, I liked it. It was a great showcase. I feel like it had something for everybody. And I wasn't bored the whole time watching. I'm like, alright, that looks cool. No, that's not my game, but that's my game. It's like, yeah, it was a great little showcase. And I think that helps level out some of the games for the year. Yeah, they may be indies, but hey, a game's fun no matter if it's a $60 game or a $10 game. If it's fun, it's fun. But overall, it was great. So for me, Cuphead, Candace of Hyrule, Blaster Master Zero, and Katana Zero are probably my go-to games right now out of this showcase. So I'm like, those are the ones I'm really looking for. The other ones, I want to check out and find out more. So yeah, it was a great indie. You guys let me know if you watched it, what you thought was some of the games you're really excited for, and which ones are you hoping are going to be good, and which ones that you're like, you need to see more before you judge it. Alright everybody, have a good night. Catch you next time. If you liked the video, subscribe, like, check out my other videos, and have a good night. See you guys later, and keep on gaming.